So this is some breaking news. This is something that I could never even conceive of prior to today. Apparently, Disney hates money. Or at least that's what people want you to think, because Deadpool 3 has been delayed, and the co-creator of the comics, Rob Liefeld, blames Disney. Says it's all Marvel's fault for the delay. Now, rumors are circulating that it's over, it's done. Deadpool 3 will not be coming, but I think that is stupid to even contemplate, because Disney loves one thing above everything else, and it's not bringing joy and happiness to the millions and millions and millions of Disney fans around the world. No, it's about cashing checks. And that's all that it's ever been about with Disney. It's about cashing them checks, and Deadpool 3 is a money printing machine. They know that money is going to come from Deadpool 3. Let's just talk about it a little more. Let's just talk about it. Whoopsie! So here's the thing. Before we even get started on this, when it comes to Deadpool, they don't cost that much to make, and they bring in the money. They bring in so much money that an R-rated movie can bring. It would be ridiculously stupid for Disney to not keep Deadpool, that franchise, going, at least for one more installment. I mean, let us get some franchise fatigue. Here is what Rob Liefeld has to say about it. If there's someone to blame for the Deadpool 3 delay, it's Marvel Studios. This according to Rob Liefeld, who co-created The Merc with the Mouth for Marvel's comics. It has seemed like Disney and Marvel are committed to keeping Ryan Reynolds on board as Deadpool following the merger with Fox last year, but there has been little to no official movement on another movie since the deal was finalized. As Liefeld tells it, this is squarely on Marvel's shoulders. See, I think he needs to relax a little bit, man. And I'm going to tell you why. Deadpool is about printing that cash. It's money, man. And Disney is going to go where the money is. They just got to figure things out. With that Fox merger, I mean, they've got so many characters now that they can put into the Marvel universe. And Deadpool, unfortunately, he's a, what did he call it? A round peg and a very square hole. And it's going to be tough to get him in there, so they got to do it right. And so they're going to take their time. They're trying to figure out what's the next stage of Marvel. And I'm going to tell you a little something right now. With everything that happened with the Star Wars franchise, with the reaction to the new phase of Marvel, those new movies that are coming out, with the shift to Disney Plus, there's a lot of questions that are out there right now. Avengers Endgame, I mean, it made tons of money, but it left them in a really weird spot. I mean, there's talk right now that they're thinking about bringing back Captain America. He just left. They're thinking about bringing him back. They're bringing back Tony Stark and cameos. They're trying to figure out how to fit the Hulk into this whole thing. And then now you're talking about characters like Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey. That's pretty much just the X-Men. That's all I really care about. The X-Men. And Deadpool who lives in that universe, trying to merge those two things together, especially when they were so stylistically different than what was going on in Marvel before that. Then they still got that thing that's going on with Spider-Man and Sony. They got to figure that out. There's so much on their plate. Let's read a little bit more. With the Disney-Fox merger, the Deadpool rights as well as the X-Men and Fantastic Four franchises went to Disney. Now, we know that Marvel, Kevin Feige, loves the Fantastic Four. He's wanted the Fantastic Four. He's probably really going to try to do the Fantastic Four right. During a recent interview, Rob Liefeld addressed Deadpool 3 and he didn't sound overly optimistic about it. Here's what he had to say. This is a quote. I blame Marvel. Blame Marvel that hasn't happened yet. They are the reason it isn't happening. Whatever conundrum or it didn't fit into your master plan, just commission it. Okay? Commission it. You know, if Frank Frazetta was still around, you would say, Frank, paint for me. So, I think that's where the major hangup is right now, is the fact that Marvel is still trying to figure out how they could bring Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how they can bring the Fantastic Four, how they can bring the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and keep it moving. There was a shift in the MCU to a more social justice conscious sort of, you saw it in Endgames with that whole female-centric gathering in the middle of the battlefield. You saw it the way that they were promoting Captain Marvel. Well, let's face facts here. When they got Fox, that whole thing, it got thrown out of the water because nobody cared about Captain Marvel anymore. Nobody cared about seeing a female-centric group. What they cared about seeing was the X-Men. They wanted to see Deadpool. How would Deadpool and the Hulk interact with each other? That's what they wanted to see. They wanted to see how these characters that lived outside of the MCU for so long came into the MCU and shook things up. The possibilities. Wolverine was versus the Hulk. That's a possibility there that just drives people insane. So that vision that they had of this social justice, inclusive stuff, it got thrown out of the water. There was lukewarm reception to all of their projects from the fans. Lukewarm reception, and everybody wanted to talk about how are you going to bring Wolverine? How are you going to bring the X-Men? How are you going to bring the Fantastic Four? I want to see, the Human Torch versus Captain America, the OG Captain America. How would that happen? Considering that he played both of them. I want to see that. I don't want to see all this other stuff. I don't want to see The Incredibles. Whatever the hell this crap that they got going on. Nobody wants that right now. So it killed their master plan because by buying Fox, they got all these property, all these toys to play with, but now the storyline has to change. So getting Deadpool in the mix of that's going to be a challenge, especially considering what Deadpool is and how he lives within that. He don't live inside our little 3D box. He lives within the other side of the wall. He lives in that fourth dimension. And so it's going to be tough. But they're not going to give it away. They're not going to throw Deadpool 3 out of... come on, cancel Deadpool 3? Are you insane? Bob Chapek is gonna sign off on that? The guy is literally... he's the brand new top dog over there. You really think he's going to allow a money-making machine like Deadpool to just die on the vine? You're insane. Especially when you got the star ready to go. He's got the costume on. He's ready to go. If Ryan is making Deadpool 3 right now, that's because Marvel had... If Ryan is making Deadpool 3 right now, that's because Marvel hasn't allowed it to be yet. And that's all I'm saying. So do I have a lot of faith in that system? That shit made no sense. But anyway, maybe I just read it wrong. Dude, I have no idea. So this is where I'm not giving you the answers you want. I'm like, yeah. They need to clean up this dude's speech. Look, if it happens, terrific. How old am I gonna be when that happens? And literally, I used to be like, yeah, Mark Ruffalo, Hulk, and Deadpool will make for a funny movie, right? But none of these guys are getting younger, right? Okay? Man, chillax, guy. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They gotta figure this shit out first. They got Black Widow coming out. They got, Thor, Love and Thunder. They got all that corny shit on Disney Plus, except for What If. What If is something I'm kind of interested in, but all the other shit is corny. I'm sorry, I'm not excited for Wanda and WandaVision. I'm not. and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I mean, it could be a good show. I'm not saying these are not going to be good shows. I'm just not excited to see them. I'm just not. I'm not that enthused about it, especially when I saw the thing with WandaVision, the way that show was kind of designed. I was just kind of like, all right, man, that's okay. But here's the thing right here. There's just no way. There's no way Deadpool is going away. There's no way they're gonna let Ryan Reynolds not be Deadpool at least one more time. There's no way that Deadpool is not showing up in an MCU movie. I mean, they put Howard the Duck in the goddamn movie. You think they're not gonna put Deadpool in a Marvel movie? You guys are insane. All this talk is insanity. The world changed. Shit got delayed, and because of that, they gotta. I mean, I'm sure right now Disney's having Marvel, Disney, big heads. They're having Zoom meetings, and they're trying to figure this whole thing out. And it's from a creative standpoint because you don't want to ruin what could potentially be some of the biggest character debuts in the MCU. Deadpool is a huge character debut in the MCU, especially considering this is one of the only characters that will not be recast. They will get another Wolverine. They will get another Jean Grey. They will get another Cyclops. They're going to get another Sue Storm. They're going to get another Johnny Storm. They're going to get another, Thing. They're going to get every other one of those characters. They're going to get another actor to play it, except for Deadpool. Deadpool is that only character that's going to cross over from the Fox to the Disney, to the Marvel. And that's going to be amazing. We just got to give it some time, baby. Give it some time. Let it marinate a little bit. Let the juices get in the meat, baby. Relax. I'll tell you this much. I'm excited to see a Deadpool movie in this universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because I always felt like even the comedy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's funny, but it's very geared towards children. And I want to see Ryan Reynolds and that Deadpool character spice things up a little bit when it comes to these Marvel movies. And that's going to be fun. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I know that you're going to be there with me watching it in the theater when it comes out, when it happens. And hopefully you do it right. But I tell you this much, they're going to definitely do it. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the other side with another one of these rambly-ass videos. Peace out.